Setting is very foreign to many people. Unless you are in a sports, athletics, or you really have a coach in some sports area, those are the only exceptions. But goal setting is not something which is very common, because usually people don't set goals. Now, even in the company where you work for, whether it is a large scale, a mid scale, or a small scale company, even though there is a deadline and goals and stuff like that, that is a discussion where you are not a part of, because those discussions happen only at a very high level, very strategic, where the CEO talks to the director on some of the things which he is looking for to accomplish for the company in terms of revenue. Maybe they're talking to a sales vice president, something like that. Even though you are been in the company for 10-15 years and whatnot, quite often most people will not even be exposed to these kind of discussions. They're only at a tactical level, getting the job done kind of thing, but not really participating in a growth mode discussions of the company. So even though they have done their MBA, they have done their masters in certain stuff like that, they hardly actually are exposed to real life scenarios of goal setting. So when somebody comes into this business and don't understand or don't put value or don't seriously pursue goal setting, it is because the career doesn't demand it, the household doesn't demand it, nothing around you, what you're doing on a daily basis, doesn't demand goal setting. And now here we are in a business, and suddenly your upline talks about goal setting. Naturally, you do not take it seriously because you have never done those kind of stuff in your life. So you got to understand that is why we are unique. People who set goals, but it talks about the nature of the person who's setting goals. It talks about the personality, it talks about the mindset. Only people who have something to lose, something to look forward to, something to strive for, only set goals. A lot of people are like a boat without a motor. They're just afloat. Okay. If you really see a boat without an engine or a motor, even a cruise ship, Costa Concordia, you know that, right? That ship which in Italy, it sank in Italy because the ship's engine collapsed, and now the ship is drifting. And whenever even that's such a big behemoth ship without an engine is just a ticking time bomb. It is going to sink anytime. And that's how people are. People don't have any goals. They just drift in their 20s and 30s, but the consequences of that actually is seen in their 40s and 50s. Okay. And that is why IBOs are unique. All right. That is something which is unique about our business, that we have something to strive for. All right. So embrace it. Now, that is also goal setting is also something which a lot of IBOs, that makes them feel uncomfortable, because it's very easy to do the core run, show the presentations, do everything, and not to think about goal setting and purposely ignore it. Because moment you start thinking about it, now you're held accountable in terms of PV, in terms of so now there is no there is pressure which you don't want to be a part of. So naturally, a lot of IBOs feel comfortable pushing it forward. It's like they say, right, kicking the can down the road. So they might they naturally feel that if I set goals, I'm held accountable, and I know I cannot achieve what I said in the last FNH. I said in the last FNH that I'm going to launch 2 candidates and I'm going to go 600. I know that that is actually not going to happen. So might as well not talk about it. To keep my upline happy, I will talk positive about the books which I am reading or audio talks which I am listening to. That way, my upline is also happy and I also feel happy. Anyway, I'm not going to quit, right? I'm not going to quit. I'm not a quitter. It's just that I don't want to talk about the goal so that I can actually build it with intensity and make it come true next month. This is how a good IBO is convincing himself month after month and becoming average IBO unknowingly. Okay, so and that is it has happened to me. That's why I'm telling you this. It has happened to me. Now, a lot of people, a lot of IBOs, if they can shrink their, let's say there are 12 months in a year, not let's say, it is 12 months, okay? It is not random, it is 12 months. Now, out of 12 months, every time you set goal, let's say 12 times you set goals, are you really going to accomplish all the 12 months? Not at all. How about 6 months? Not at all. You'll be lucky if you can actually accomplish the goals maybe 3 times in a year. So that means that the success ratio of setting a goal and hitting it is less than 30%. Okay, if you really see that. Now, I'm talking about the PV goals. It can be activity goals and stuff like that, but I'm talking about right now the result goals. I'm not talking about the action goals, I'm talking about the result goals. Okay, so now, but 30% in a business world is a humongous progress. Okay, humongous progress, because you will reach a level in the business where you will change you will have your goals accomplished once in a year. Like right now in my case, that's how it is. Every 3 months I can't change the pin. Okay, I have to change the pin once in a year, or maybe even once in 3 years. Okay, so don't think that you have to accomplish those results or whatever you set every single month. There will be a lot of months which you will not be able to accomplish. But every time when you set something and don't accomplish, that is a external result which is a failure. You set a goal to go 600 in the month of October. You didn't go 600. Now, in the books, it is a fail. It's not a pass. It's not a victory. It's a defeat. That's the external judgment. But what did it do for you internally? That is most important. Because what it does to you internally is you cannot even put a price tag on it. Okay, the corrections which you did, what you talked every single day to yourself about not reaching 600 and how you could have made that changes and whatnot, it is powerful. So a lot of people, a lot of IBOs miss it. A lot of IBOs don't understand the power of it. And also in the goal setting, they're upbeat for the first 15 days of the month, because 15 days you feel that you still have another 15 days, so I might be able to accomplish, so you're upbeat. But there are IBOs after the 15th of the month till the 20th, then they slowly stop talking about the goals. Okay, why? Because now they see that it is a toss-up. It may or may not come true. From 20th to 30th, they're as if they are not in Amway, they're in some other business. Okay, they completely don't talk. And suddenly, 31st night, then they once again send an email or a message and, oh, I want to sit down with you badly, and I want to really game plan and I want to do it. And once again, it's a repeat offender mindset. They once again sit down and for the first 1 week it is all upbeat, and the next another week it is kind of lukewarm, and then once again it fades down. So actually it is like you are fooling yourself by doing that. You're not fooling your upline. You're not in the long run. Now, some of you might be thinking, I'm going to tell you right up front here. Some of you might be thinking, man, why does it take for some IBOs to reach 700 PV long time? It's not because the business is difficult. It's because IBO is making it difficult for himself to grow the business by the way he is operating, or by the way she is operating. Okay. Now, when you put that pressure, that 600 PV for the month of October, and don't give up until the 30th of the month, that pressure, if you put it, and you go out and talk about it in public. And today, the beauty is that you have WhatsApp, Telegram, you have so many different Facebook, a lot of these platforms where you could confess and whatnot. We grew up without these things. Okay. We used to send emails to our upline, CCing all the uplines about the goals. Can you believe that, how difficult it is to do that? Okay. There was no text message. We didn't even have a mobile phone that time. Okay. We used to call upline and talk about it. So now you think how many opportunities have come in front of you to demonstrate those things, because you are finally accountable to only things which you speak in public. Okay. I remember in my diamond qualification, I spoke about it 3 times and I failed. Okay. I said I'm going to go diamond September so and so. It did not happen. Then we set for February. Did not happen. Then we set for September, I think. And that is when we started qualification. EDC 4 times. Set it, failed, set it, failed, set it, failed, set it, accomplished. Okay. Now, that is how we did it. Now, every time we made it public, in a sense that we spoke in front of my uplines in a nice way, not in a very obnoxious way or something, we subtly. And the best thing is that Bill Britt was alive that time, and he caught up to it, and he kind of magnified our speech pattern. And then we came back and said, you know what, I have given word to Bill Britt, now I have to figure it out. We literally breathed life into IBOs, and weak IBOs became stronger because somebody counted on them. So I would suggest you to take goal setting very seriously. Okay. Now, what is a meaningful goal? First of all, understand that you got to start working on activity-based goals along with result-based. For example, if you say, I'm going to launch one IBO in the month of October, that's a good thing, but that is still an end result. What is a raw material for that? Raw material is the number of process appointments. Now, you can even zoom into it, maybe number of MGs. Okay. So now you have push and pull. For you to get a launch, you got to have certain number of MGs. Now, if the certain number of MGs itself is a questionable, now every time you say, I'm going to launch a candidate, you are going to fail anyways. Why? Because the raw material itself is not there. If you're able to have 20, 30 MGs, and your launch is anyway taken care. But if you say, I'm going to launch somebody, and then you fall up and down in terms of your MGs, naturally, you're going to lose confidence in power of spoken words. You're going to say, I don't think it is going to come true. Why? Because you have a big fault in the raw material itself. So it is very important for us to understand that what is controlling our goals. Do we have control over the things which control the goals? That means that do we have control over the activity? Okay. Now, like I'm in right now, I'm in one of the group here, and there is a guy who does almost 15, 16 mgs in the 3-4 days. Now, naturally, for that gentleman, it is very, very natural for him to launch somebody, so he can actually set goals in terms of results, which is a launch. Okay, and you got to figure out a way to not to fall victim to things happening in life. Life is always going to come in the way, but that should not be actually affecting the activity of the business. Okay. I'll give an example of Amway. COVID times, so many things in question, which is government shutdown, non-essential shutdown, supply chain of all the products, and world headquarters is shut down. Think about it. They're running a behemoth operation with so many variables, and product back orders maybe month of March, month of April, maybe month of May. But guess what? They came back roaring because they adjusted right away and they produced stuff. And now most of the products are available. Now, if they can control all these supply chain with so many things, it's like just to make one product, let's say toothpaste, there might be so many different suppliers to supply those products. So somebody has to talk to them. What if the supplier itself is not getting the raw material? They have to work with the supplier, because for them, the toothpaste is important. They cannot go back order. So now when the companies like this, big companies like Walmart, Kroger, Amway, all these companies can put the products in the shelf without any issue, they faulted only for the first 2-3 months. Okay. Now you're going to ask a question. Why can't you figure it out? No matter what is happening in life, why can't you figure it out? Process steps, okay, self-development, progressing the business. 3 variables only in this business. Okay. Why can't you do that? If a big company can control so many variables and still put the products on the shelf, why can't you deliver a simple task of building a network and filling the network with volume? And it goes up and down, husband, wife, up and down, job, up and down. Why is it? The reason why we have the business what we have is because we have been able to stay steady, not in years, in decades. Okay, in decades. And with the same business, okay, we used to be saying, oh, 7-figure income and stuff like that. Right now, 7-figure looks small because we are into another zero added. So what I mean to say is that when you respect the business, the degree of respect and the attention which it needs, it will give back the same feeling. The returns will be in the similar way. Okay. So I want you to keep that in mind, that no matter what you are, when you hone in on something that particular month, you are like that. How many of you heard that cruise missile, which eliminated all these terrorists and all the things? Even though there is an obstruction, maybe a mountain or maybe something which is in between, it will go over with it and then get back to the target. That is what is a cruise missile. So you want to develop that mindset of that cruise missile, where the target of that 30 days, end of that month, October, that is always in your mind. And the target should be very clear. It cannot be random. It has to, the target for the end of the month should have certain components to it. The first component is a volume component. Why volume component? It puts big time pressure for you to become a better IBU. If you say This month is just a networking month. We are not going to set any volume goals. You are absolutely trying to fool yourself. Volume criteria is a must. Okay. Second thing is that retail volume and network volume. You got to be clear with that. What is the retail? What is the network? Third thing, what is the expansion of a network? Okay, what kind of an expansion you're going to have? Expansion in terms of personal width. Okay, and expansion in terms of depth. You got to have all these things clearly. And there might be certain things which I have not mentioned right now because of the interest of time, but you should be able to get those very clarified and have it on the radar. It is just like when you enter the aeroplane, you turn right, but when you glance at the left, you see so many dials there. Each dial has a meaning to it. Okay, you may not understand that, but the person who is flying that plane understands the meaning of each and every dial. Same way, if he can pay attention to all these million different stuff going on the cockpit, can you keep in mind 7 or 8 variables for 30 days? Why is that? When depth is appointment targets are accomplished, then I see some IBO say, I was so busy in building the depth, I didn't have time last month to work on my personal MGs. I'm like, what are you talking, man? Okay. I know we are building it full time, but we have built it part time too. We have built it just like you, with the job, with the family and whatnot. Okay, so you should be in a position to have those 7 or 8 variables which you have and put in a pocket. If you feel that you are easily distracted in life, which you should not be, but if let's say you are, then remind yourself that particular sheet, put it in your printer, make 10 copies and post it everywhere in your house. Okay, that way you have it. Now, what is the ideal PV goal to shoot for? It is like a rubber band. Now, all of you know the rubber band. What is the meaning of a rubber band? What is the value of a rubber band if it is not stretched? If it is not stretched, that rubber band has no value. You don't need that rubber band. The only reason why you buy rubber band is because it has to be stretched beyond its limit, beyond its original size. That is the value of the rubber band. If it is only stretched to the original size, the rubber band is meaningless. You don't need it. So your original size of PV is, let's say, 600. Original size of depth is 3. Original size of width is half. That was a sarcastic joke. Some of you didn't get it. Okay, original width is 1 or 2. Okay, let's say. All right, so now stretch. Remember, rubber band is only used when it is stretched. But at the same time, rubber band is useless if it breaks. So there has to be a happy medium. So now, what is breaking? You put some unreasonable goals because you just heard some Korean guy going crown ambassador in 3 months, and now suddenly you want to go platinum next month, and you are actually at 1000 PV. Now this is an unreasonable goal. Okay, rubber band is going to break. So you got to find a happy medium. It has to stretch you, but at the same time, it cannot break you. So that stretch, the beauty about our business is that PV scales are such that it is stretchable. Okay, as long as you go from one bracket to another bracket, you are absolutely fantastic. You are doing good. So if you had a big retail last month and your network volume was just maybe, let's say, 150 PV. 450 came from retail. Nothing wrong with it. You should be proud. This month, then you got to say, am I going to shoot 600 again? Am I going to shoot 800 or am I going to shoot 1000? Those are the three questions. Always have two minds in agreement, you and your upline. But don't go to an upline and ask what game goal I should shoot for. The person who wants to accomplish the goal comes with a plan. Okay, you are not like a dummy terminal here on display. You want to work as a active IBO. So you want to make sure that you have a game plan, you have something written down, and go to upline and get an agreement on it. Okay, why would you want to reconsolidate 600? Because you feel that 450 was because of the water treatment system or because of something. And this month, that may or may not come. So in your case, 600 might make sense to reconsolidate. Okay, now, if you reach 600, as much as possible, don't go for reverse goal setting. That is, I'm going to shoot a goal for 500. No, you see how we can stay 600. The question should be whether 600, 800 or 1000. Okay, now, when do you say 800? Now, the Amway brackets from 600 to 1000, you feel that you do not have the momentum or the strength to yet to go 1000. Now, at 1000, probably you will get a bigger PV chart. I totally get it. But don't chase it. Assume that Amway has another bracket called 800 and the percentage PV back is 600 bracket, which is the same PV bracket as for 600 is for 800. And hit that 800 anyways. Okay, don't think, oh my gosh, if I stay 800, I will make less money because I didn't cross 1000. Who cares, man? You're not in this business for $100 here and there. You're in this business for millions of dollars. So it doesn't matter. Okay, goal is to put that pressure on yourself. More the months you put pressure on yourself, less pressure you'll feel from your corporate employer. Okay, nobody can jerk your chain. Today you might be at the mercy of your employer, and when he or she says come and do this and do that, you'll have to do it. And sometimes you might feel not to do it. Maybe your mom is sick or dad is sick or so, and you feel that they need you, but your boss is calling you and you can't even go and see your own blood family. And you might be feeling sick in the stomach that what good is this job if I cannot even go and meet my family. In 2020, this might be the case. Make sure that nobody will jerk your chain in 2021 or maybe 2022. Because you have created some choices for you. And lucrative jobs, longer chain. Small jobs, short chain. But it is still a chain. Okay? Believe me, been there, done it, seen that too many times. So I want you to focus on that. All right? This is how you shrink the number of months to go 7,500 PV. What's the difference between a leader who leads big organization and a normal core IBO? This is the gap. Goal setting. I've seen my upline, multi-millionaire, lives in a 12,000 square feet home. Huge business, thousands of IBOs. Number of platinums in India is probably more than 1,000. Number of platinums, more than 1,000. But even today, the focus on goal setting is like 50 out of 10. It blows off the chart. big time. I wish that some of our IBOs who desperately need to change the pin even had 1/5 of the percentage of goal setting what my uplines have. And that is a big difference. That is what makes professional IBO. You don't become a professional IBO when you qualify for 20 process appointments. 20 process appointments, you didn't do anybody a favor. And you just created a work ethic. That's it. See, work ethic doesn't mean a leader. Work ethic means a core IBO. Leader is a thinker. Leader is a strategist. Leader is thinking far beyond, even though it's like a weather forecast. That's a leader. He can forecast a problem and solve it even before that problem arises. And that is what goal setting does to you. Goal setting is a process where you separate yourself from other core IBOs and become a leader. And I know some of you, in spite of all these clear examples and discussion, you will learn this only by a hard way, by wasting a lot of time. I wish everybody would take this seriously, dissect it, and embrace it. It will not happen. But if you are one of those IBOs who take this seriously and start applying it, I think there is a lot of good which is going to come out of it for you and your family. So make most out of it. That's why I said this is a very specific topic. Most new IBOs may not even be able to understand this, because this doesn't have much fun to it. It's a very intense topic, but I just want to cover it anyways, because this team, I think that you can really grow to 100 and beyond, or whatever your goals are, 10 IBOs, 5 IBOs through this. And every market, whatever market you are in, you planted, you do it, cities, so many things. And this is a science. This is not an art. Goal setting is a science. All right. Launching an IBO to a certain degree might be an art, but goal setting is a pure science. It can be easily understood, easily caught, and it makes a IBO with no magic develop the magic. It makes a IBO with a low self-image have a tremendous self-image. It makes a IBO who's an average into a star. It makes an underdog an overachiever in Amway business. Goal setting is the foremost thing. It's like they say, dream big, but plan small. It's not dream big and plan big. It's a dream big is a zoom lens, which can see the faraway things. But plan small is that particular lens which can zoom into the smaller, finer details and bring in the clarity. And I feel that, and you don't need any kind of business to do it. You can set goals at any level. And you can apply that in your other areas of life. That's the beauty about it. You can have goals for your personal life, your personal relationships. You can have goals for your health. You can have goals for so many different things in life. And you can really make life meaningful. You can develop some fantastic relationships. You can develop tremendous leadership just through this one component. And this is a talk you can talk. I can actually, for the next 2 hours, I can talk on this subject. That is how much powerful this subject is, and that is how much you can do with this. But I am sure that you got what I'm trying to say here. And this is something which can turn a lukewarm IBO or a lukewarm organization into a Spartans. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Okay, into a Spartans. That few people who are so empowered. And this is what we did with the dream team. Okay, We are nothing but one well-oiled machine which came together for a common cause, and we put such a big intensity behind the cause that even Amway had to come and say word dream team. Okay, and that is how we saw our organization. And hopefully you will start doing that. You don't wait for you to have 50 IPOs. You start right now. Okay, you start right now. Nobody says on vision team that you have to prove before you do something. No, you can. It's a free world. Vision team, you can put what you want. Of course, something meaningful, something nicer, something which makes sense. But this is a great way for you to make your name known. Vision team might, let's say, have 40-50 active participants. Let's say 40-50 active participants. Most of them might be a cross line right now. Very few might be a downline. But if you are able to make your name known and have a cross line remember your name, guess what? It's just a matter of time that 50 cross lines will become eventually a team of 50 downlines. I remember on my phone, my upline is to have a list of all the leaders. Cleveland, Ohio, so-and-so. Cincinnati, so-and-so. Everywhere, list of leaders. And I used to have them on the phone. And I told myself, I'm going to keep these names, but I have a goal that every city where my upline has a list of leaders, I'm going to have my own people so that I can delete the list of my cross-line names from my phone. I was competitive. Nobody had to tell me this. Upline never gave a training, guys, eventually you got to have your own people in that city. No. I said to myself, I'm going to do that. And today, that's exactly what we do. And I encourage you to do the same thing. I know on your WhatsApp, you might have leaders from different LOSs on your phone and whatnot, but you should be competent enough that in those cities, you have your own people so that you can grow. Everything, guys, goal setting brings the best out of you. Goal setting makes you young. Okay. Goal setting eliminates toxic feelings and toxic thinking out of your mind, because there is no room for toxic. There is so much good which you have to think because of goals that your mind doesn't have the time or the capacity to think negative about anything else. Okay, so enough has been said. Hopefully you will pick up some points here and make the most out of it. But I have to attend the next call here. But life is awesome. Make the most. Tomorrow is 31st. Fight it out. I know most of you might have forgotten what to shot for in the month of October beginning. Hopefully not. But if you've forgotten, at least this is a wake-up call. Why didn't you not speak about the goal in the last 10 days? Okay. And then month of November, hopefully all these things will be taken care. Okay. With that, I'm done. Back to the host here. You guys have amazing examples in this line.